Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. I want to talk to you about Emma, novel by Jane Austen. I haven't read the novel, but I've seen the movie, which is a fair rendering, I've heard, from people who have read the novel. But I didn't want to talk about the novel specifically, or the character specifically. I want to talk about a concept that was pointed out. I heard someone talking about Emma, and they were not an objectivist. They were actually some sort of not very nice academic person from academia. But they had some streak of rationality or reason in them, because they said the following about Emma. They said that she was perfect despite her flaws. Now, I think that's a pretty profound thought. A character who's perfect despite her flaws. Yes, she has flaws. This, that, and the other were wrong about her. But she's perfect in spite of those flaws. That is an interesting concept, and I think that that is a more reasonable view of what perfection is, of what it has to mean for humans. There are many people who believe that perfection has to be the unattainable. You set the perfect, you set that as the ideal or the goal or the desire, and then you try for it, but you always fall short. You guarantee you fall short from the time that you set the definition of what perfect is. Well, I think that this is a better way to define perfect. Perfect means the best possible. So, Emma may have had some things she could have done better, some virtues she could have carried out better. She may have had some flaws, some faults, but at the end of the day, there's nothing you could point to about her that is ultimately blameworthy in any significant way. And so you have to call her, for all intents and purposes, a perfect character. It's certainly a good movie, and it's probably a much better book. So if you like novels, I would check out Jane Austen. I certainly would. And the movie was done recently, 10 years ago or so. Not talking the 1970s or something. Quite a modern rendition, and an excellent one at that. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. The concept of perfection does not have to be placed beyond what's attainable. I did a video called Is Perfection Attainable? But I thought that this is another direction to address it from. Emma, and a fictional character who has flaws but is seen as perfect nonetheless, as seen as not morally condemnable. Interesting concept you may put in your pocket and take home.